story, dude.
What? Oh, you want me
This
to
is
say
the
it?
best story of the week.
All right, so the question I ask Nice Guy Ed is, what does IP stand for in video games?
Okay. Like new titles, like completely a completely new title.
Yeah, well, what's the word IP stand for, though? Don't look. Don't look.
I'm gonna look.
I don't think it's even on there.
I don't think it's on there.
Do you know?
Oh, totally fooled him.
Yeah, I don't really care. All I know is IP means it's a
It's
totally
a new title.
completely new title.
Well, IP really means like something they own.
Right.
What's IP stand for then?
So it's an intellectual property.
Intellectual property.
Right.
Okay,
So
fine.
right, it's a it's
No, you actually kind of take the fun out of it because
Sorry.
most people should know this.
I don't know what happened, and for those that listen to the MP3, but hopefully everything's back to normal. I noticed that the video froze, and then all of a sudden I saw like 8,000 lines of the chat just completely go fucking ape
That's
shit.
what happens when you frickin' are trying to stream boobs in the middle of the show,
I
dude.
see.
It's punishment.
So IP, intellectual property.
IP, intellectual property.
Okay.
This is why you shouldn't turn to the Wall Street Journal for video games. Take-Two has a strong number of franchises and a number of wholly owned internet protocols. Wholly owned IPs not only carry higher profitability, but are also more valuable to media companies because they could be adapted into movies, TV serials, and online destinations.
I don't think we're on.
So hold on, because we're still recording.
Okay.
Just remember, Ed, coming soon, TCP/IP, the fucking movie, dude.
Yes.
That's right. And
Internet protocols, and it's Wall Street Journal. That's what it's not some like Ma and Pa Podunk or
You
some
would think
blog.
you would think
but the
they
Wall
would-
Street
you would
Journal
think that they
says
would
freaking. Someone would call them on that. Like someone there didn't know. Oh, that doesn't mean internet protocols.
It doesn't mean internet protocols. Force, you could take the next one.
So, and this is actually really amazing to me because I didn't think it'd be that hot, but already selling 1 million units, the PS3 Slim. It's freaking. I mean. That was quite a debut launch, dude, to hit 1 million mark at this point already. And I'm surprised.
Is that worldwide?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, it's a healthy number for a machine.
It's a healthy
that's been out
number.
Forever.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Rewind. Yeah, you guys wish. It was actually a really touching moment. Ed was talking about how he had this uncle that touched him, and for some reason this article about the Wall Street Journal reminded him of that. It's probably the only time you're ever going to see Ed cry.
Yeah, I will say for
it's
those
over
of you
now.
who missed it, it was the funniest
It's
moment
over.
in EG history.
It was.
And most touching at the same time.
And then Wheat told us that story about the movie he filmed with Jen.
Yeah, it was called Final Fanny.
And he was going to put
13.
it on YouTube, but
This next
there's
story,
some nudity. So.
Final Fanny 13.
this next story, I kind of want to call bullshit on. Like, I just don't know why, but for some reason, I just can't understand that Battlefield Heroes has just hit the 2 million mark. And what really surprises me about it, not that it's Battlefield, but like there's so little, like I don't see advertisements for it. I really haven't read a lot about it in magazines. I don't see them trying to
Put market
Yeah. into it. So the fact that it's hit 2 million users really blows me away. I mean, I've played it. It was okay.
Dude,
I'm more
isn't
into
it testament
1943.
to this free shit
The free
online?
market.
You know, you look at like all the free-to-play MMOs. You look at free realms. And as soon as you can provide that shit,
And, you know, whether or not I really
Boom.
like it, I really want it to be successful.
It just goes to show you how broke motherfuckers are, dude.
Well, I hope
It's
I
like,
hope
dude,
they're
That's
spending
true.
money,
I
though.
am broke as fuck. What can I play
If
for
people
free?
are spending money, they'll
Exactly.
continue this. They'll release other franchises free, and
Yeah, oh, of
that's why I'm
course.
hoping that they're making
and
a pretty
actually,
penny.
Dude, see, I think we're going to lose the feed again. See that?
What?
Look.
No, it always does that, dude. It always does that.
It does. That
yeah, it
fucking
always,
Jacob's
where it goes
ladder
like
head shake or whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what it looks like.
I watched that the other night again.
Yeah,
Jacob's ladder.
I watched.
And Blazing Saddles. Deborah has never seen Blazing Saddles.
What?
I almost let my kid watch it.
Deborah
I
was
forgot
like,
that
this
it was
movie
R,
is
dude.
so
Dirty.
racist.
I forgot that it was that.
Where's
R.
all the white women?
I think about it. I remember like beans and farting around camps. I forget about how nasty.
Why are
it
you
is.
guys hopping around like a bunch of Kansas City faggots?
I'm happy to say that the other night.
And it's on Instafoot. Cute.
That's right.
You watch that?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It was on like, I don't know, what was it on? What was Karate Kid on?
Probably TBS or some shit like that, dude.
Oh god, that.
Not
or
the Disney
like
Channel.
American movie classics.
You
AMC.
added this one. I've got comments.
I
here
actually am really excited about this. This is one of the news stories of the week for me, dude.
Wow.
The only thing that bums me out is that no real platforms were announced for it. But
Maybe it's
Square
all of them.
Enix, who I'm sorry, but their handheld games are terrible. And I mean like their iPhone 1, their iPod.
Okay, because I was going to say, like, I
those,
bet a
those
bazillion
ones are
Final
just bad.
Fantasy
The
Tactics.
first Square Enix came out for the iPhone. Their real-time strategy game, dude, is Labyrinth. You have to like roll your phone to roll the units to where to attack.
Right.
Them. It's just stupid. But they're teaming up with PopCap, dude. If anyone can do those types of games, they can. Making a new game called, what was it called? Gyromancer.
Yeah.
But the big part is that they're comparing it to full-fledged Puzzle Quest.
So, like, imagine.
Spin in 3 pieces as you level up and unleash magic spells.
Yeah,
and
we're
stuff.
Square Enix. We'll take care of the artwork. We're going to take care of the music.
The assets,
We're
yeah.
going to, like, write some fucking story about how, like, you're going to transcend to some mana crystal that's deep within the land that we live, and you have to ride a chocobo to get there, and you just take care of the rest.
And you do the gameplay.
Right, exactly.
That's what I want, dude. I'm telling you, Puzzle Quest.
Is
When
the
you look
bomb.
back that year, I probably dumped more hours into that game than almost any other, and I'm ready for the next. I'm ready for the next one.
I'm down, and you know what? I like to see Square Enix not being the Final Fantasy factory. Even though we're going to do Dissidia tonight and, Final Fantasy 13 and 14 are on the horizon.
I'm actually kind of upset that Square Enix thinks they have to RPG everything. We're going to try the Labyrinth genre, but we're going to RPG the puzzle genre RPG.
Before you say that, let's see what they do with Eidos and the recent success of Batman.
What?
All right? Because you know that they could do something. I mean, dude, come on, dude. If you took a Final Fantasy character design,
In
and
the
made it
Batman
something
world.
like Batman.
Now that I wouldn't
That'd be
mind if they go
awesome,
straight
but-
up RPG. It's when they try to
But
shoehorn
dude,
it where
what-
it doesn't fit.
What
That sometimes
Square
it feels
Enix
awkward.
game that wasn't an RPG was good.
Dude, the Brawler, hello.
I was gonna, you mean
my-
the bouncer?
Nah,
What?
the bouncer.
The bouncer, dude.
Hello. Yeah,
Like,
see,
I can't think of one.
It was obviously I was lying. I
what
couldn't
was
even
the
remember
game
name
with
of it.
Vincent in it?
Oh, that was horrible.
But I
Dirge
also-
of
but-
Cerebus.
Yeah, it was horrible,
Can
dude.
you think of
Air Guys. Yeah, they did make a couple shooters that were pretty
okay,
fucking badass.
vertical scrollers that were hard as hell?
No, they made a 3D one.
Bushido
Einhander.
Blade is not,
Einhander.
Bushido Blade's not square, is it?
Bushido Blade.
I thought that was from Software, the people who made.
No, but they
the
did
Ninja
make that
series.
other one. Oh yeah, Air Guys. Yeah. Was it Bushido? Tabal. That was it. Tabal. Remember
Tabal.
that? That was a fighting game.
On the
That
Dreamcast.
was a
I remember
RPG
that.
fighting
Fuck
game,
yeah,
was it
dude.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You ran
I
around
was
an
thinking
RPG
of
world.
Einhander though. I still have that soundtrack.
So I
Fucking
want to
game's
see this.
awesome.
I got to see this, dude. I haven't seen anything about
All
it. yet.
right, so
I
are
guess
you guys
Bushido Blade was square.
are you guys ready? Bushido Blade was kind of awesome.
It was awesome.
It was a little awesome.
I'm gonna eat a little crow right now because I guess they have made a couple games that are decent.
There you go. That aren't RPGs.
But for the most part, dude, they're an RPG company.
Are you ready for the PS3 motion controller, Ed?
Sure.
Boom! There you go. So it's basically
Look, it's a mic.
Well,
It
now
does have that.
it
big
has
of
the
a
ball,
It has
on
the
top.
and it
ball on
lights
it,
up.
dude.
Now listen, guys. A lot of people have been commenting about that, and a lot of people have been responding saying that is the reason why this thing is going to be so good.
Because it has balls.
No, the light up ball is what it tracks.
Because
and it allows
that
it
is
to be
what is
super
going to allow your
detailed.
track to be absolutely
It's
like
still, I'm
precise.
kind of sad that it has to be that. I mean, I understand
Now-
the concept behind it, but it still looks a little obnoxious.
Well, you know what? Sorry, bro, but it doesn't look any more gay than
No.
the fucking Wiimote.
No.
And you want to know
No.
what? That's exactly
no,
what it is.
cut the ball off the top, and it's a Wiimote.
You know what,
dude.
though?
Dude,
no,
let's-
because
Don't
I'll
compare them.
take-
Don't
hold
compare
on.
them. They're not
I'll
comparable.
Take that fucking light bulb
No.
on top
No,
for better
listen,
precision.
dude. I'm not saying I don't understand the technology. I want it to be super accurate. I'm just bummed that when I sit it in my basket, it's going to look awkward. You know, when
my
I throw it in with
God.
my remotes and
Yeah,
controllers, I'm
no
gonna have
more
this ball
awkward
that
than
sticks
you
out.
like walking up to your Natal, unzipping your pants, and having it identify you by your cock. You know, like
Well, let me tell you, I'd rather not have to wave a ball if I'm going to go motion.
Yeah, dude. Who,
All
li-
right.
who
So,
likes playing with
yeah, why are
balls?
you even trying to compete the two? By
Because-
the way, Natal is going to kick
I mean,
ass because
dude,
you won't have
I
to
can't
wave it.
believe that
Yes,
you're the
that blue
one.
ball
I
is
can't
part
believe
of
you're
it.
the one fucking guy that defends the Wii, right?
No, I'm not defending the Wii.
And
I'm
the-
defending the design of the controller. It looks superior to that. And I'm telling you, dude, I'm buying it. All right, it just makes me sad that the ball had to be so big. I understand why it needs
So
to be.
even if it was like the greatest of, if it turned out that it ended up being the greatest motion control, I mean, is that ball going to like bother you up to the point you buy it and then
No.
you're like, oh well?
No,
fuck
also
it.
if the games that they make for it are good, I'll use it.
I don't know. I wish the controller was ballless.
Here's what's interesting, guys.
A little bit more like you.
A unique controller, dude.
I've played some Wii with Force. I owned a Wii at one point, and they demoed Resident Evil 5 using this thing. And what I saw was basically the Wiimote with fucking HD graphics. You know what I mean? Like, they've basically created a Wii.
What the
for
fuck
the
are the
PS3.
people doing in the background of that picture?
I
Is
actually
it like jazzercise or something?
no
It's
showing
like
how to hold it.
Like, take the
No, they
YMCA
aren't.
jazzercise
You don't read
class,
Japanese, dude. They're forming
But I actually
seals.
am
They're
hoping
about
it's
to,
more accurate
about
than
to
the Wii. I'm hoping it can
Kagebushin no
track
Jutsu.
it better. I'm thinking it's going to
It
be
will.
superior in tracking.
Oh, no, I definitely believe it will. But, I mean, that's what it looked like, Forrest. You know, guy was holding a controller in one hand, just like the nunchuck. And then he was, like, first-personing with the thing. And it was like he was totally owning the
I'm
shit out
telling
of
you
it.
guys, you guys hate on it, but I don't mind a first-person shooter on the Wii. And I think if this one's even more accurate, they'll be enjoyable. Once you guys get your HD graphics so you can stop bitching about graphics, I think you guys will get used to using a wand. I mean, it's just different. It feels different, and I like it.
So, it's coming out in March.
Kind of like that time you were with a man.
March
Yeah.
2010.
It doesn't feel right, but it's different.
He was
and I
ballless
like it.
though, so it didn't really count in my mind.
It wasn't.
All right.
It wasn't nearly the same. Not blue balls too, but they've got pink balls also. So
Great.
Oh,
dude.
well,
I'll probably have to
Yeah.
get one of each.
just so you know. So as of Thursday, and guys, I heard no follow up to this. So I mean, I guess you can consider it complete bullshit. But what's still important is the impact it had on the industry.
For something that was complete bullshit.
All right, ready for this? So this is rumor. It has technically been shut down by Microsoft, but it's still very interesting. EA's stock rose 8.1% on Wednesday following rumors, complete rumors, no substantiated evidence, that Microsoft was interested in acquiring EA. Now, just the thought of that is like fucking whoa, dude.
Dude.
You know, whoa.
Could you imagine if you were a
'Cause
shareholder, you could just like send a letter to Kotaku and Destructoid, all the blog sites, blacked out some names, make it look like it's a document saying we're going to buy it. Like, bam, just sell your stocks that day after the news story hits and stock goes
That
up.
is really fucked up.
Dude, what would that do, man? That would be such a bum deal for like all those fucking
They would
thug
never do it in a
loves
million
that were
years.
like, man, I'm gonna get a PS3, dog. And then
You know what,
fucking
though?
They don't get their
Listen,
Madden or
listen,
their freaking Tiger
If I was
Woods.
Microsoft and I bought EA, why would I make them Microsoft exclusive? I would suddenly be making money off of my competitor.
Hold on. Do you think? Or
Like,
do you think
I-
you would guarantee that you have the #1 console of the generation
Yeah, dude.
by snagging the largest publisher video games have ever seen?
Why would they want to lose money?
I don't think they would.
I don't think they would. Everyone would just buy their machine.
I think everybody else would just go
I don't
buy
think
the
I think
freaking
the 10 million
the
people who buy
Xbox.
Madden every year are going to buy it if they
I
can only
think
buy it on one
I
machine.
think that if Microsoft acquired EA, it would be more like Activision acquiring Blizzard. They're like not doing shit. You know, they're letting Blizzard go along their merry old ways. But Activision
I
is,
think Microsoft has proved that they will whore their brand as hard as they can.
I agree with you, but you know what?
I
There's
think that they
nothing
would
more
take 'em over and be like,
satisfying
bam, you're 360
than
exclusive.
nailing your competitor in the ass going, you got to sell Microsoft
Yeah, you know,
games on your
30%
system.
of your games that come out for your
Haven't
system
we
now
always
have been
said,
wiped out.
like, why doesn't Nintendo? You know, like they, you know. And,
Why doesn't Nintendo move to strictly publishing?
Well,
I
because
don't
they're
know.
number one in consoles. You can't mistake that. So.
Because everything they touch prints freaking
Fucking
money, dude.
God, this is just like wheat.
It just sucks,
on
dude,
the
because
ball.
like it's not good. The Wii is not good.
I agree with you. You know what is good?
I think you're wrong. You're just a graphics whore.
The rumors that Super Street Fighter 4 is in the works, that it's going to be a completely revamped
Super
game.
Street Fighter 5 or Super Street Fighter 4.5. you
Right.
mean.
That it's going to have 10 new characters. Are apparently there are rumors like fucking crazy. Like threads have been removed from
Dude,
Capcom.
Wheat has investigated every inch of the internet looking for anything.
I think it's very interesting. And I think what's more interesting is the fact that I don't think Capcom would take it down unless it carried some weight.
And the interesting thing you said to me, right, the way that came to my mind is like you were talking about completely changing the Ultra system, adding 10 new characters, and the first thing came into our mind was $60, dude. Like,
$60.
It's probably going to be a full-fledged title, not just an update to the current game.
You know what, guys?
Like.
You had to pay another $60 to play Alpha 2. You had to pay another, and I know that this doesn't have a different number behind it, but you add 10 characters.
There was Street Fighter, then there was Super Street Fighter.
I think I might have
there
three
was Street
different
Fighter
copies
2,
of Street
Super
Fighter
Street
for
Fighter
Super
2.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
I think I have 3
And
different
then there was
copies of it. I'm
Super
almost
Street
positive.
Fighter 2 Turbo.
Right?
Yeah.
Championship Edition. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would pay $60 for it.
Street Fighter 3,
Especially
Second Strike, Third Strike.
If some of the rumors are true and I can fucking use Guiles like
Sonic Hurricane.
Sonic Boom, fucking Ultra, dude.
I'm really excited about this.
Devastating.
If you want a full rundown, the actual article no longer exists. Thankfully, I copied and pasted it on the EG365.net forums. If you go under gaming discussion, you could find it under there. All of the changes. I'll let you read that after the show, too, because you'll be like, damn.
Dude, these headphones are like a vice grip on my fucking head.
Well, we're almost
Well, if
through
you had
this.
something in between the ears to stop the compression.
I know.
Do you want to
dude.
take this next one for us?
Well, actually, because I added that little comment, but Wada, the chairman of Square Enix, believes that there's going to be a new Wii by 2011. Like, they called it. And I saw the news stories are all popping up all over the place, new Wii by 2011, and then you find out it's like Square said it. But one of the things that caught me in the title was that they believe it's going to be HD. They believe
It's
the
got
next
to
Wii
be.
is going to be HD, and I just think that that's what's keeping you guys back, dude. If Wii goes HD, Ed, I think you'll find your opinions changing of the machine and what it's capable
No,
of.
what's keeping me from playing the Wii is all the fucking shit titles that they're putting out on it.
But
Well, there's shit titles on
would the
everything.
would the shit titles like subside because all of a sudden you're not just like
Yeah, you got to
porting
actually
something
put a
from-
studio behind it.
you know?
I mean, if that changes it, then I'd contemplate.
The problem is
buying
that
the Wii.
I think that I would still be in the same position where there would only be certain games I'd want to play. You know? And
Yeah.
honestly, if my PS3 already has motion controls and is HD, would I really want to buy a Wii to like get Call of Duty 5 and the same experience? You know, it's like
No.
going to be like
No, you
oh,
buy a
yes,
unique
but
experience.
who
if-
knows?
but
Maybe
if, like, they
Nintendo
put
will come out with the more
Star Fox
graphic-
in
If they put a
HD.
Star Fox in HD or like a Castlevania in HD,
So
that would be.
I don't
fucking-
know if I want to whip my hand the whole time.
what about
It's
you?
totally unique
Would you
stuff.
just jump on it in 2 seconds?
Why do you even bother asking? dude?
All right, just checking.
The funny thing is, though, is he kind of goes on to like almost bash the other controllers and says that the Wii controller will probably stay the same, and like he says, 360 and PS3 will not have a major impact.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's thinking. I don't know, guys. It's all hype and hyperbole, but if Natal delivers like they're saying it's going to, I just can't imagine he's making those comments. But he kind of called it. We can kind of be expecting to hear comments about whose controller's superior for the next several years, guys. It's going to
Oh,
be part of
God.
our gaming
It
skate.
is.
Who's got the better waggle?
I'm sure it's going to be a whole new era of fucking arguing on the show. It's going to be great. See, I agree with Island Snake. I don't see how Natal can affect mainstream games, but we're gonna keep going here. Uwan, the Grudge dev, says that Wii is the quote most ideal system for horror games, and then goes on to say, Ed, hold on, quote, we believe that the Wii is the most ideal console to experience horror games and started development of this title under that premise. If the Wii did not exist, I don't think that we would have ever developed this game. Really?
That crap. I mean, it's like, how shitty is your game that the whole thing is relying
Really?
on
On
the Wii hardware?
hardware.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Have you heard the concept of the game though? Do you even know what it is? It's like all flashlight based.
Let me guess. You played in the dark.
Yes, and you wave your hand around with. Oh, we saw those people screaming.
Yeah, you
That
saw
was
that
the trailer
bullshit.
for that. Oh my god. Only possible on the Wii, dude. It's I mean, when it comes to just horror gaming,
I know that they could do that on the PS3, and once he sees that motion controller, he's going to be like, oh.
but listen, when you think of horror, I think of just surround sound. I don't want 5.1 digital. I really want inferior graphics, so it's hard to make out what's happening.
Of course.
And I mean, I want to have to wave my arm around like an idiot the whole time because that gets me in the setting for horror, like nothing else, dude.
Exactly.
I like Isla Slake's heartbeat sensor. Oh, we can tell that you're too afraid. Would you like to pause? We
There's a good incorporation.
Hey, your heart rate is rising. Would you like us to play the game for you? Finally. Beep.
I'd rather it be honest and be like, your heart rate's not moving at all. Maybe you should try a different game.
Oh, shit.
So anyway, keep that in mind, guys. Resident Evil, Capcom. Hello, where you been? Oh, I guess you have made a few shitty Resident Evil games. The whole backwards compatibility issue may have just gotten crushed. It was crushed when some Sega Sony documents were leaked out that state both PS2 and Dreamcast games have the potential of hitting the PlayStation Store. Now, while this does constitute a new argument that, quote, oh, sure, now I have to buy games that I've already bought before, it does change the landscape of how we as gamers can still access older games and not need our Dreamcast right there.
You know what game I want?
What game?
Shenmue, dude.
Shenmue,
I would love to play Shenmue.
Shenmue
Have you played Part 2 on the Xbox?
Yeah.
Because I bought it twice if you need one.
No, I
bought it, got halfway through it, forgot about it,
Can it
saw
ever
it in
be
the store and
revived?
bought it again.
No. Yeah,
No.
I would play Jet Grind Radio again.
Jet
with
Grind
trophies.
Radio, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'm down for that. So,
Power Stone.
Power Stone's what I was
Power
thinking
Stone
of.
would be awesome.
the legitimacy of these documents are unknown. However, because of the motion control presentation at TGS and how it does kind of coincide with some of the things that were said, it is sounding like it's all legit. So before I talk about more proof about the Wii sucks, since I put it in here, the motion controller was supposed to get a spring 2010 launch, which is correct. They announced that in Japan, March in Japan. No pricing bundle details yet, but they were supposed to come September 1st. They're not here yet. They plan on selling 4 to 5 million units worldwide of the motion controller. SCEA agreed to provide a list of Sega IPs, of course, Internet Protocols, that would work well with the motion controller. Virtua Tennis was an example. A motion controller support allows easy way to differentiate a PS3 SKU. I don't know. And other differentiation opportunities include PSP, PS3, interoperability. Think of features that would make users want to buy both PS3 and PSP SKUs. I don't really care about that. But it sounds like Sony's going to be obviously beating Natal to the market. Will it make a difference?
Did you hear
You
about
skipped the story right here.
I know. I'll get to that in a second.
Did you hear about, you were talking about the legitimacy of it? Apparently in the same document, that Alpha Protocol that's coming out that's supposed to be like a Mass Effect, where you totally choose the action sequences.
Right.
Like, apparently they said it was more action and not RPG. They, talked about Alpha Protocol and its target. And the company that makes Alpha Protocol, came out and said, that's not true. We're all RPG. Gave legitimacy to the document. So there was a little bit more to that story than I thought, and I thought that was funny that they actually kind of bashed one of their own games in that same document that supposedly leaked.
Interesting. Maybe that's what they wanted to hear, though. So the item that I skipped over is more proof that the Wii sucks. You guys seen it? I'm sure you're familiar with the Seen It games. They're all movie games. They're actually quite fun. I have destroyed Force and his wife in the game, although I was surprised once. But Seen It Twilight coming to the Wii.
So I shouldn't get it for us to play?
No.
I gotta go. Hopefully, I'll get my $5 back from my pre-order.
How fucking boring, dude.
How gay.
These scenic games, are they all movie specific?
Well, not only that, but you got to get 4 controllers. You got to get the game. So you got to have this big box and all this shit sitting around just so you can play trivia on Twilight. How fun is that going to be? How long could that possibly last? And that's the only one they've announced for the Wii. So your shit would be sitting there after you're done with Twilight.
Dude. You know what's wrong with Twilight? Why the fuck are vampires walking around in the daylight?
Dude, my kids are all
and
over
they
that
glisten
shit, and I
like
hate
a fucking gay dolphin.
I don't
just
know.
Fucking emerging out of the ocean. That shit is the lamest fucking shit ever, dude.
I don't know.
And if you like Twilight, you are fucking gay.
I agree.
I won't tell you.
Or
I've
a
read
chick.
them all.
I bet you have, dude.
I have to for my career. That's what I keep saying.
Yeah.
You have to for your career.
What I was thinking,
I love it. Go ahead.
for this news section is that we need a little bit more motion control stories.
Of course.
And Natal, guys, I'm going to pretty much be eating my words if it comes out and licks balls, but it's making a huge presence at TGS. We got a lot of news stories about it, and I'm really surprised that they got these three guys in the same room, better yet, all three of them to talk about the Natal, but they got Kojima, who's frickin' Konami's head action dude. They got Inafune for Capcom, who's their head action dude, and they got, they actually gave me his name, but I didn't even want to cut and paste it. He's the dude that makes Monkey Ball, who's apparently Sega's top action
Yu
guy.
Suzuki?
No.
Did you see?
No, I
see
didn't
2
know his
inches? What he said right there.
What?
Power Stone is in the PSN.
Oh, and the
Already.
Not only that, but Dreamcast there's already been some Dreamcast games on the XBLA too.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna go get it. Can you play it online against people?
Ooh, I don't think so. No, and it's just the actual game. It's not redated. You can buy the classics.
No.
So it's a classic mode. But anyway, so they got these three geniuses to sit down. At least 2 of the 3 are good guys. And talked about the controller and how they were these guys said that they were stunned by it. And they were stunned by the possibilities of the controller. The real telling one was Kojima, who said it will take years. He didn't say it'll take months or there'll be a learning curve. He said it will take years for people to get used to driving without holding something, to get used to not having a controller. But once it becomes a natural part of your gaming scheme, he said that they're blown away by the thoughts of what they can do with it. And that gets me going that it's 3 guys who make quality games getting blown away by it, that probably just aren't blowing smoke. The other big news is that there's already 12 major companies developing titles for the Natal. And I actually wish I could have seen this, but they're playing Katamari Damacy and Space Invaders on the Natal.
Did you hear how you had to play them?
No, tell me.
All right, Space Invaders, right? Okay, so first off, you move back and forth. When you want to fire, you put your hands up in the air like this. Or you do this.
So you play it like you're one of the machines? Is that the concept behind it?
Pew, pew, pew.
Do you have to make those sounds too?
You know what? To
It's got voice
complete how
recognition.
fucking gay you are? Yeah, I think so.
At least
Now-
it's encouraging physical
Now, I was like,
activity,
okay,
huh?
that's kind of lame. Like, that sounds like it's... So I'm thinking, dude, Katamari, that's got to be awesome. Like, if you could make it so you're, like, rolling a ball... No. It was the same kind of thing where you, like, use 2 hands and, like, shifting them like that. And, like, I understand. Like, Kojima said it. It's going to take a while. Like, so far, the coolest application has sounded like Burnout, that I've heard. Or maybe even the Ricochet game. But
I was actually blown away on the Jimmy how accurate it looked when he was playing Burnout. I'm kind of sad because I was like you. I thought Katamari would be virtually rolling a ball. It sounded right up the alley. I'm sad to hear that it wasn't all that.
what you would expect it to be.
Oh, well. All right.
I don't know if Natal will print money. We'll have to see. Last but not least, before we go on to our reviews, Dead Rising 2. What do we know? Well, first off, I think it's going to be fucking awesome. Now, what else do we know after TGS?
It's a racist game.
We've talked about duct tape before, but it is confirmed that duct tape will end up being a crucial part of the game to craft your own killing devices, like attaching chainsaws to your motorbike or, to a pole or something like that. Now, this was kind of known, but is now confirmed by all. Whether or not duct taping is like the 3rd skill, so you can't just like make these massive weapons of destruction right off the bat, it's still unknown. The multiplayer has been confirmed and is a part of a story arc that's called Terror is Reality that pits 4 contestants versus one another in a Running Man-esque zombie kill fest that features like 4 different mini games that you're sort of like fighting amongst each other with.
Do you envision it
sounds
as like a
dope,
high
dude.
score mode?
Yes.
That sounds
Dude,
dope.
it sounds awesome. All of us just running around seeing how much
I
ass we
heard
can
that.
kick.
I really liked it, but what I like even more is that it sounds like this whole Running Man, Terror is reality show is a part of the single-player plot. Now, what's being speculated is that the outbreak, this is taking place when the outbreak has already occurred. They've got these zombies, like all herded up, and this guy
Isolated.
is the Dana White of, like, Zombie Arena, and he gets these people to come in and compete in these games. So what it sounds like, he goes to Vegas, obviously, where you have all your pay-per-views, right? He goes to Vegas, the fucking zombies get out. They take over a casino, and that's suddenly, like,
Kind of
the
like
story.
Gamer meets Dawn of the Dead.
I like that idea. That sounds awesome. I'm totally down with it. I can't wait to play this game, and
Everything I've seen about it just gets me more and more excited. I loved. I mean, when you look back on it, some of the gameplay mechanics are pretty damn archaic and suck. But damn, that was an experience playing through Dead Rising that I love.
Yeah, that's one of those that I could actually see myself going back to, and definitely.
I actually
all
broke
over.
it out, and I was like, "Is there any achievements? Like, can I just come up with some weak ass excuse to play through it again because I really want to?" And I was like, "Dude, I can't rescue all 50 of them. I can't rescue all 50 of them. I'm not doing this shit."
Yeah. Let's see. We've got about 5 minutes till break. We could either. Do you want to do dirt real quick and then take our break?
I say we just take our break right now, a little bit early.
All right. Well, our break's only 2 minutes.
Well, let's take a little longer break then.
What do you mean?
Play a song.
I've got. I just want to keep it to the videos. What?
Oh, you're gonna play a video?
I'm gonna play a video for the break.
Well, then
do it.
It's 2.5 minutes.
Please don't be boobies. I want to keep my job.
Minutes.
Not
we
boobies,
need a
dude.
longer video break.
This week it was. Last week it was 6. This week it's 2.5.
Fair.
They're all telling you to go F yourself.
Who?
It's
them?
got Miss February in it.
Hey, there are things that need to be discussed during the break that require more than 2 minutes.
What do you want me to do, dude?
Let's just take our 2-minute break.
All right.
All right.
Well, we'll take our 2-minute break. Sorry,
What the fuck?
I was just I was positive that a tear was gonna roll down your cheek, dude. I just had to take that moment of silence and see that it. Man. All right, peace, Force. Peace. Thanks for sticking by. Thanks for sticking by me. Later. All right, peace. All right. The real question is do you have any geek in you? So we're going to give you the geek quiz. Which is better, ninjas or pirates?
Pirates.
Pirates.
She didn't even think about it. That was like instantaneous.
Who is Mario always saving?
I sucked at that game, but I liked getting the coins. That
There
was
you
my
go.
goal.
All right.
Don't all girls.
You know what? I'm going to give you a bonus point because you knew that there were coins in the game. Name 5 main characters
Maine.
from any of the Star Wars films. Who's the hero?
Is Chewbacca?
Chewbacca.
Yeah,
we got
one.
Now, why the big hairy animal is the one that you remember? I don't know.
Maybe I relate to him
All right.
more.
Can you name me 3 companies who make video games? Come on, 3 companies.
GGL.
Right.
Sure. All right.
Activision.
Activision.
That's good.
Who makes Mario Brothers?
Nintendo.
Boom, there it is. Decipher the following internet acronyms.
Oh, I like this
So you
question
know when
too.
people are like texting or typing to each other?
Oh, I think I'll get this.
Oh, okay. Starting off easy, LOL.
Laugh out loud.
All right. This one of my personal
Yeah,
favorites,
definite
WTF.
What the fuck?
Yeah! All right. Who played Lara Croft in the Tomb Raider movie?
She's hot and she likes kids.
She's hot.
Oh, Angelina Jolie.
Dude, she likes kids. You gave it away.
It could have been Madonna or somebody.
it could
or
Leonardo
Mia
DiCaprio,
Farrow. I don't know.
you know? Who is the founder of Microsoft?
Michael Microsoft.
If only. If only.
Dude, could you imagine? I'm Mr. Microsoft. It's nice to
Hi,
meet you.
Mr. Michael
I bet
Microsoft.
once you hear
This
the
is my
name,
Windows
you'll know.
right here.
I don't know.
Michael Microsoft is pretty damn good, though.
Who is it?
Bill Gates.
Oh, what?
What?
Oh my God, I knew that.
You should know that.
Shit. Well, how about I ask it again like
Oh,
we
I'm
didn't do it?
okay.
How about, all right,
Okay.
next question. Who is the founder of Microsoft?
Bill Gates.
Incorrect. It's Michael Microsoft. Nice try, though. All right, guys, that was the quick break, and oh yeah, we need this back on. We're supposed to do Dirt 2, but Force isn't even here. Thanks a lot, Force.
Told you, dude. 2.5 minutes.
Dude, it was a quick break. I know. Sorry.
So did you play Dirt 2?
No.
Did you watch Force?
I
play it?
watched the videos.
You did?
Dude, you know me. I'm not into driving.
I'm not
games.
into driving games either. Like, the last real driving game I played was probably Spy Hunter.
You seem really far away.
Or Twisted Metal.
It's kind of like awkward not having this.
is.
Well, I could
I just
actually
wanna
start
reach-
talking
I
about
wanna
Final
reach out
Fantasy.
and touch you. Yeah, do your Final
I wanna
Fantasy review. You
reach
played it
out
on the.
and
You
touch
played it on a handheld.
Played
right,
on the PSP.
Yeah,
I'm
of
actually not
course.
going to talk about it because here's Forrest, and he's
Oh.
going to talk about Dirt 2, and we're going to get this fucking shitty driving game out of the way that looks really good, and I'm sure is awesome, and is like all about crashing and rolling around and you know, getting dirty. What's up,
And
Forrest?
you're wrong, dude. Crashing in the game sucks.
Oh, really?
You
Does?
do not want to crash in this game. No, crashing's terrible in this game. Kills your time.
All right, I'm just going to play this Dirt thing.
So Dirt, you already freaking kind of stole
Rated T
the
for teen.
thunder out of my lightning by talking about, God damn, dude, this is one of those games where visuals alone can sell you at least an excuse to try it, just to see these visuals on your TV and try cockpit mode. Because holy crap, dude. And I can't believe it's coming out of Codemaster. I mean, not some huge freaking studio with billions of dollars behind them, but Codemasters currently has the hottest looking game on the market, without a doubt. Without a doubt, it's the best looking racing game the world's seen. Now, I'm not saying we won't see better. I hope we see better. But right now, today, if you were to tell me which racing title is visually the best on the market, no doubt, it's freaking Dirt.
Grand Theft Auto.
But this is
So
only
Dirt, no,
Rally, right?
Gran
No,
Turismo.
now here's what they do. It is, you know, I don't know enough about racing, but I know that when it was Colin McRae, it was all rally, long ass stretches of road. The stages took forever. When they went with the Dirt formula, they start throwing in more off-road vehicles,
All right.
four-wheelers, trucks, souped-up cars with giant tires and stuff. So they threw some variety into it. Started saying, you know what, we're not making it as a hardcore sim. We need to throw a little arcade into it. And they have a sweet balance of arcade and realism. The game is actually really brutal. I played it at the normal difficulty. There's 2 difficulties even higher, and I had to work for first place in the first stage, dude. No joke. I mean, it's a brutal game, but here's what they do to throw in the arcade mode to it. Is
All
that when
right.
you play the game, you get instant replays where you can actually rewind 3 seconds of time if you totally smash. You can rewind time and restart the game right before you crash.
Does that give
And
you
save
enough
yourself.
time to like actually?
It might be 5 seconds. It's plenty of time. But it's enough time for you to wind back. If you've played, you're on lap 4. You've been playing it for 12 minutes, and you wipe out. Gives you the ability to rewind time and save yourself. And what it does is you can actually switch difficulties. If you go, I get, I think, 3 replays. If I go hard, I only get 2 replays. Super hard, you only get 1 shot at it. You go easy, you get 5 shots at it. So they really balance it, the fact that you could try this one on hard if you think it's only going to take you 2 replays and earn 50,000.
Yeah,
Try
I
it
was
on
just
normal,
thinking
get
that, Zero.
40,000.
Prince of Persia Rally Racing.
How's it like? Oh, being able to rewind time? Exactly,
yeah,
dude. That's a
it.
great
And I was
way.
thinking that, and Zero.
That's a great way to
Zero
describe it.
called
They
it out.
totally stole that mechanic, and what it does is it gives you almost a sim experience, but still throws in those elements of being able to rewind it. The fact that it has an awesome soundtrack. You travel all over the world, and I kid you not, guys, I played this for maybe 30 minutes, and within 30 minutes, I'd unlocked 4 or 5 worlds that all had 4 races for me to choose from. And there are all different kinds each time someone
Were you
gets
still
eliminated.
unlocking them, or were you just unlocking them fast?
No, like it was like, usually you play Burnout, bam, you've earned enough stars to unlock these next 3 stages.
Right.
It was like, bam, I've earned enough to unlock these next 12 stages that I have to choose from. I unlock those, and I get a sponsor challenge where one guy invites me to a one-on-one. I play that, and I've unlocked 6 races, and that's enough to enter a tournament. And a tournament gives me all these goodies, cars that let me go and enter these other races, and it was just like there's an overwhelming amount of shit to unlock on this game. Like, Dirt gives you your money's worth. No joke, dude. I never even tried the multiplayer, but the single player, there is just a ton to do, dude. And there's all different. When you're racing trucks, feels different than when you're racing on the asphalt in souped-up cars. Feels different than when you're racing, four-wheelers. And I love how there's like a variety of vents.
That shit
And-
is way too claustrophobic for me, dude. That cockpit view.
Oh, that's what sucks is that I can't play in the cockpit mode. But oh my god, it looks so good.
Yeah.
And you're constantly unlocking new trinkets and dashboard items and shit for your car. But when you hit water, the way it splashes across your windshield, the way mud hits your windshield, it is unbelievable, dude. It's one of those where you pull it out to show it off to your friends. If you ask me, guys, if you like racing, I've heard that Shift is all right.
I
Shift
heard
is
it
a little more
sucked.
it's like Super Sim from what I've heard. This has that perfect balance of sim and arcade. If you like racers, dude, it gets my freaking full kudos. I think you guys totally need to try it. I loved it. I'm actually sad that ODST came out this week because I've been neglecting it. I want to go back and play it, but it's freaking hard to compete.
But you're like a
Halo.
part-time driving game fan, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
like you sit down and unlock 3 or 4 stages,
Right.
and you come back to it, and I love that it has that feel to it too, where you can play it for a little bit. But I'm telling you guys, I would set out to only play it for a little bit to begin with, and I unlocked so much shit. I was just I wanted to keep playing.
It almost makes me bummed that like I don't like driving games more. You know,
I will tell you, there's a 3-stage demo on Xbox Live that's fun just to see it on your screen, dude.
That might.
And it's worth a shot, guys.
I attach some
am in love
fucking
with
machine guns to those things, and I'm all over it.
know,
God,
dude. But that rewind time, it gives it a nice almost burnout when you're just doing the burnout races. A nice feel to it, being able to like zip back and fix.
Okay,
yourself.
so I got a
like
question. As your car gets destroyed, does it affect?
Oh my God!
How you?
I mean,
drive?
that's a major modifier. Do you want damage or not? Yes, your car. The physics in the game. If you hit a jump on a truck, you can see your front end getting ready to almost flip you over 360, as opposed to when you hit it in a Subaru, 4-wheeler, and you pop your left tire. You feel you have to fight. You have to pull it to the right the whole rest of the game. The damage that they do to the cars is unbelievable, guys. Physics-wise, I never even talked about that. It's some of the best the genre has ever seen, guys. I mean, it's crazy how it just feels right when you're playing it. It feels totally realistic. Just hitting a little patch of water. When you're driving on dirt, and then the second you hit asphalt, you're like, oh my God, I can tell I'm suddenly racing on a road now as opposed to racing in the dirt. And it's slick, guys.
So I'm going to ask you, we're going to use the EG rating system since I was reading in the channel. People are like, why don't you use a number rating system? Would you rent it?
I would.
Would you
buy
it, or would you borrow it?
I would buy it, dude.
You would
You
buy
have
it.
so much shit to unlock, guys.
But you got to
If
be
you
a
like
racing fan.
If you are a racing fan, this isn't going to convert. I mean, visuals only last you so long. At the end of the day, you're still racing. If that's not your cup of tea, it's not going to be your cup of tea. But guys, let me tell you, I always avoided that series in the past. But Codemasters with Dirt,
They've
Grid,
always put
Dirt
some quality
2,
games out.
they are
Now,
top notch right
there
now,
are people
guys.
talking shit on you because you haven't played Need for Speed Shift.
Dude.
Guys, I've read tons of reviews on it,
I was
and
the
I
one
had
that
to
said it
choose between Dirt 2 and Shift, and Dirt 2 obviously was the one that's being reviewed better. And from what I've heard, Shift is really sim. It's really more towards a Gran Turismo this time around. And this one, guys, I'm telling you, it has that perfect balance, and I love it. It's a buy for me.
All right. There you go. For me, well, I said it looked good, and I will stand by my statement that, guys, it seems like, I mean, GT5 is dated now in Japan, and like that game looks amazing. Forza 3 looks pretty fucking amazing. I mean,
look, guys, from what I've seen of Gran Turismo 5, it doesn't hold a freaking candle to the shit that goes on in Dirt. It just looks like realistic cars running around in ovals. This has got freaking shit splashing, sun hitting you, all different kinds of environments. On-road,
they're
off-road.
all the fucking same to
world
me,
you can see forever in. When you are on a mountain vista, you can see forever.
I'll never play them.
Awesome.
But I will sit there and go, why do they constantly excel with these graphics engines? I'll never quite
I'm
understand.
thinking Blur's going to be your next. Get you back in the saddle, dude.
Well, it seems like my program has decided to shit on me again, like it always does.
Punishment for doing a shitty
For
show,
doing
dude.
for doing Dirt. Man.
Decided to throw some dirt on you.
So that means I'm gonna have to.
These headphones are killing me, guys. If you're seeing this, dude, they fucking suck my cock. Whatever you do not ever buy the AKG.
All right. While you tell this story, by the way, I'll be
club headphones.
You're gonna lose your video for just a second.
That's fine.
Yeah. Beep beep. Yeah.
The other headphones that I had were really nice,
dude. Blur, guys.
stolen.
From what I've seen, Blur is going to be the next hot racer, dude.
What is the deal with you and racing games?
I love arcade racers. Do you not play Burnout?
No,
I remember sitting at your house and we
There we
played
go.
Burnout all night long, dude. Taking
the
channels,
crash
crashes
mode.
and shit.
But I didn't play any
But
other
Blur
part of
is all
Burnout.
about the crashes.
All I played is crash mode.
You missed out, dude. I'm telling you,
I
it's
don't think
awesome.
I did. I really don't think I did.
In Burnout?
I think
Crash
I got
modes is
the
where it was
I
at.
think I got the full experience of
I'm with
Burnout
ya.
and crash mode.
I don't think so.
So-
I think if you give it a shot, there's room for all kinds of games.
Final Fantasy Dissidia. Time to turn on over to the portable realm.
I'm
Dude,
excited.
how-
We get to review the greatest fighting game of all time.
All right.
That's not a
so
fighting game.
listen, from this point forward, this game is not a fighting game at all, guys.
What
this,
is it?
This game is absolutely, okay, it is not a fighting game. Please don't call it a fighting game. I don't want to hear people.
Is it not a squared fighting game?
It is not a fighting game. All right? It's not a fighting game. And I do have some footage for you, and you're going to be like, wow, it kind of looks like a fighting game. But
But it's not a fighting game.
It's not a fighting game.
It's not a fighting game.
It's the greatest
It's
fighting game of all
totally-
time. That's not a fighting game.
It's like an extreme action RPG,
That you
right?
fight in.
And I tried to tell Forrest, I'm like, bro, I don't even know where to fucking begin, like to review this game. Like, I have no idea. So I think the easiest way is
I actually
before
read a
show the
reviewer said
footage-
I've been playing it for hours. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, but I can't stop playing.
So first off, it's got one of the best like Square opening cinemas that I think I've probably ever seen, and it's total fan service, and you are going to see some of it
The
in just
few
a
reviews
second.
I said bitch that there wasn't more of the full motion video said it's just top notch.
Yeah, it really is. And when you see like Cloud with Squall, and I'm like, oh, I'm a Final Fantasy fanboy. This is awesome. The story is really simple. There's Cosmos and there's Chaos. And Cosmos summoned all of the Final Fantasy good guys between Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 10 to fight for the good guys. And then Chaos summoned all the Final Fantasy 1 through 10 bad guys to fight. So, you know, you've got who you'd expect.
it's not a fighting
It's not a fighting game. He summoned them to fight,
Right.
but it's not a fighting
It's not
game.
a fight. Well, they're like fighting, I guess. I guess you could. So, art, you know, whatever.
They're action
Okay.
RPGing
All right.
each other.
So, I honestly, like, I seriously, I don't even know where to begin, dude. First off, I'll just start off by saying there is so much fucking shit to do in this game. I have put 28 hours, okay, 28 hours on my play clock. I'm through 4 of the initial 10 chapters, and then once you open, like, the final fight, there's apparently, like, 4 chapters under that. So I've still got
I got to
10
know what
left
you're
to do.
getting out of it.
So what do I get out of it? All right, guys, this is how it works. All right? You are fighting, even though it's not a fighting game, 1 versus 1 versus, like, images or ghosts of other bad guys. And sometimes you're fighting against the bad guys themselves. But you have 2 different types of attacks. Bravery attacks, and then you have HP attacks. The bravery attacks build those large numbers underneath, or above your health bar. And then your HP attacks is what those values are worth. All right? Does that make sense? So
No,
I have
keep
one.
going.
No, so listen, I have one set of moves that I do to you, and it builds that
Yeah, I see
number
the big
that you
numbers
see
building
there.
up.
And then I have another set of moves that actually unleashes that amount of damage. So your sword swipe doesn't just do 20 damage, Force. It can do up to 335, like there, because you've been working your bravery. There's different ways to increase your bravery and to make your HP attack stronger. But that's the focus of the game. You try to break your bravery and try to break your opponent's bravery by issuing commands. And here's how you fight. You move around with the analog. You either press your circle button alone or with forward and back to execute different moves. And then you also have a different moves list in the air. But at the end of the day, it's practically turn-based.
Why is it? It looks like Super Smash Brothers.
It's not Super Smash Bros.
It looks like a fighting game, only
It
instead of
looks like a
doing down,
fighting
forward,
game.
high punch,
It
and
looks like
pressing
Super
circle.
Smash Brothers. It looks like Power Stone.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
where it's not a fighting game is you have an inventory. You have, skills that you can use on the battlefield. You have armor and weapon that is not only like you collect, armor and weapon, but there's shared inventory across the game, which is fucking awesome. And thank you, Square, for putting that into the game. So through each chapter, I'm playing each character's story, but when I'm Squall, I can just hit optimize and equip the best equipment that I've already found.
Oh, that's kind of so it does continue
was
over.
It the crow?
Yes.
Or no, Deathsaw asked the question. He's like, so is it 1v1 Dynasty Warriors?
Some battles. No, because
Dynasty Warriors was all
me,
action, dude.
To me, this definitely has a crazy RPG feel to it. Now, yeah, you're seeing juggles and
Square
stuff.
said, what's hot? They're like, oh, my God, Street Fighter 4 is hot. They're bringing out Marvel vs. Capcom. That's hot. How can we Squarify it? They took a freaking giant roster.
It.
How can we throw an RPG system into a fighting game is what I see, what they do with all their genres.
Yeah, and it's definitely...
I guess the big question everybody's wondering, Weed, is...
Yes.
Is there a Keyblade in it?
Not that I know of.
Because it's all Final Fantasy characters.
It's all Final Fantasy. Yep.
There is no Kingdom Hearts. That'd be breaking the fiction, dude. They
so
work hard on their fiction.
There is a one-on-one arena where you
this
could just
game fails, dude.
where you could just choose
Fail.
you could just choose like who you want to fight with, and that's how you level up your characters. So what I would do is I would go through the story mode, and then I would go level up Cloud like to level 30.
Does that upset you that of course Cloud and Squall are hot ones that you have to play through with someone else?
No, not at all, dude. I know every single character.
That doesn't. I mean, there's no losers. You don't have to play as Yuffie and use freaking twin boomerangs and be all pissed off.
No, but they're all in the game somehow. They're all like Easter egged into the game. Like they give you tutorials and stuff. But these are the main protagonists and the main antagonists of the game. There's some
summons in it.
Yes, there's summons, but they kind of work a little bit differently. Summons have
Oh,
different...
you think so? I would hope so.
Summons have different properties. So, like, a summon could be Mimic, which would, steal your opponent's bravery. You're not, summoning a big fucking monster of the field, but, Bahamut, you would summon him, and then it would, automatic double your bravery or something like that. So, the summons...
Do you see Bahamut appear for a
Yeah,
second?
but he's in a 2d4 on the screen.
Okay.
So...
is this script full of just nonsensical Square shit?
Oh, absolutely. Dude, everyone's Cloud, why am I fighting for Cosmos? Why? And what's Sephiroth doing? You're fighting because you're a fucking bitch and you're a pawn. I'm like, it's Final Fantasy. It's like mini Final Fantasy 7 in the game. Squall,
so
I shouldn't fight with people because I just get attached to them and I should need to fight for myself.
So
why am I fighting?
I could totally envision it.
Is this multiplayer, wireless multiplayer? If you had somebody else with
Yes.
a PSP,
Yes.
you could be like, oh, dude, I want to be fucking...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
I won't ever use that option, but you know what? If I keep playing this game at the rate that I'm playing it, 300 hours, I could see dumping into a game like that.
Would you?
Antisocial.
No.
Why are you typing?
Would you?
Because you're
Would you put 300 hours into it?
300 hours?
That almost sounds. As I listen to your
MMO-ish,
review,
dude.
I look at the videos. I'm like, sweet, and then I hear you say 28 hours.
Dude,
only 4/10 of it.
It's a grind. So you know
And
what?
You
if
can't
you're
speed
looking
mode
for your
it.
next grind, then this could
And
be
there's
this
no way
is
to
a
quick
portable
play through
grind.
it just to get through chapters. You're
Not
doing it pretty
really.
much what you have to do.
Not really. And you guys, I'm not even scratching the surface. That's the
How
thing.
many fights do I do in a chapter?
Oh, Jesus, man. 30?
Oh, wow. Holy shoot. And how long does a fight last? I'm used to 99 seconds.
10 seconds to 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. That's actually kind of good to hear that. They go
There's
by
a
so
lot. You know what? One thing is that Final Fantasy fans will not be disappointed. Look at you've got Cloud there in his alternate costume. There's so much shit to
What I don't
unlock.
understand is how
There's
can you do
1,000
30
achievements.
battles? I mean, you've probably played over 100 battles.
There's
but
a
what's
summon
the
right
Oh,
there.
cast?
no, the Chocobo summon.
That was a chocobo.
How big's the
summon.
cast?
What do you mean? How big's the cast?
Like, if you fought in over 100 battles just to get through 410.
So listen, what they do is you're often fighting illusions that represent the other characters. So for
You have to
example,
fight a
I
version
would
of a dude,
fight
like,
I
5
would
or 6
fight
times.
a ghost Sephiroth, right?
So
It's
several
like-
times
Or you
until
fought
you
an
get to the
actual-
real
But
one.
I would sometimes I actually fight Sephiroth, and he will fucking own your shit. But the Ghost Sephiroth just has the move of Sephiroth, but he's like way weaker, you know. So you're like constantly fighting the other cast members, and
I
sometimes.
mean, are you going to be annoyed when you fought Sephiroth for the 150th
You know what?
time?
Are you annoyed when I fight like Bison with Ryu for the 150th time?
So it is
No.
a fighting game.
No, I'm just comparing that mechanic to being the same.
Gotcha.
I mean, look, like we could argue all night. Yeah, it's a fighting game. It's like an RPG with some fighting game elements. There, I said it. Is it the best fighting game in the world? Absolutely not. But is it like a very unique hybrid? And am I at least proud of Square for like thinking outside the box? Absolutely. I was talking to Mowley today. He was like, I picked this game up even before your review. He's like, it's fucking crazy. It's awesome. And
This is one of those
lot
where Square dipped in
to do.
another genre and it won.
It won, definitely. And you know what? One thing I didn't give enough weight to is there is something fucking awesome about being able to play all these characters. And as you progress in the game, you're unlocking the bad guys, so you can play with them too. They're not just
Everyone mentions this is for the fanboys. If
For
you're
the
a diehard
fanboys,
Square, it's right up your alley.
This is a total, like, I'm just going to sit there and stroke your cock in a Final Fantasy type way. I mean, that is undeniable. And, you know, I would say for a PSP owner, there's like, you know, I compare it to like something like DISSIDIA, where you're going to buy this game and you're going to get a shitload out of it if you really want it that much.
I'm actually amazed
But-
that Square can push out so many products as they do, and all of them are really time consuming. I mean,
Yeah.
they push out products that take you
The-
hundreds of hours.
The thing is, Forrest, that I think is most important about what I say is that you go spend the money on this game. If I stopped now, like 29 hours I put into that game, that's a lot more than a lot of fucking other games I've played. That is worth the money. I could stop and be
I was
satisfied.
gonna
much-
say,
how much
for
was
you,
it?
it'd be a must
$39.99?
purchase.
Yeah.
It'd be a must purchase if you've already gotten 30 hours
Right.
out of it.
So for someone who's like, oh shit, this sounds like it's got a lot. When you unlock everything, there's supposed to be some like crazy card mode that you get into. I haven't fucking seen it.
You can't wait for that part.
If I even
Actually,
get there.
From Final Fantasy VIII, I love that card game, dude. That was like one of the few mini games I really got into.
I think that this is like a must buy for anyone who's a Final Fantasy fan and a PSP fan. You know, if you want to like tide yourself over till that Kingdom Hearts PSP, this is probably it. But you know, even to 13, if you want to revisit and play just as Cloud, you could. You could just like level up Cloud to 100 and just be like, okay, that was sweet. I'm done with it. But really impressed with this game. Really impressed. I would totally recommend it to anyone who's a Final Fantasy fan and likes RPG and maybe even just a little bit, because I know we all do, those fans of MMOs, you got to love the grind just a little bit. Just a little bit to know, like, fuck yeah, now I got this. What's next for the grind? I think that's important. But anyway, that's Dissidia.
You ready for
Marvel Ultimate Alliance
the
2.
ultimate? The
And
Ultimate
I was
Alliance?
gonna play it because I thought it looked pretty fucking dope, dude. But then I ended up buying ODST.
It does. And you know what? I'll give credits to this game right before I start. Is that it's got a next gen shine to it, no doubt. Do you guys remember playing X-Men Legends all the way back when they
Yep.
first introduced it back on the Tony Hawk?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then part 2 came out. It's pretty much the same game, just the graphics were a little bit better.
Yeah.
And it's pretty addicting. And then Marvel came out, you know, where you can play as all the
First
Marvel
one,
characters.
right? Ultimate Alliance,
Which is, I mean, it was basically X-Men Legends, only the graphics looked a little bit better. And then Marvel Ultimate Alliance, you know, came out for 360, played it again, you know, it was awesome. Graphics looked a little bit better, pretty much the same game. So then I played Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, and the graphics look a little bit better, guys. And it is the exact same game.
Wait, I have one question before we get started and we show some footage. One of the things that I loved about X-Men Legends 2, even on the PSP, because I mentioned is that, you know, you were picking up loot. And the loot, like, are you doing the loot thing in Ultimate Alliance too?
Picking up new armor and stuff
Yeah.
to wear? No.
Okay.
So what is it? You just run around
Interesting.
and beat shit up?
Well, let's roll the video footage so you guys can see what I'm
Roll
talking about
it!
here. But one of the things was, yeah, constantly breaking items, trying to get new loot. The way it works this time around is you get badges that give you
Oh,
10%
that's what
or
I
whatever.
saw. Okay.
And it's okay, but it's like a generic badge for the whole team. So it really doesn't have that micromanagement that you really look out of getting a huge cast that you get addicted to. And if you remember, you used to go and break caskets all over the place to get life.
Right.
Find all kinds of potions, mana potions and health potions. So you're constantly on the search for those. Well, what they did in this game is your mana bar is constantly regenerating. So we're not searching for those. And what you have to do to heal is initiate what the new thing that they're bringing to the game in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 is the team attack, where you can use 2 superheroes together to unleash an attack. And what you do is you unleash an attack, like let's say I do Wolverine and Daredevil. They hold hands together kind of just run around and clothesline everyone. And if I manage to clothesline 10 people in one power, I get ability to heal my team.
But then I saw like Iron Man shooting beams at
hold
Wolverine.
Hold on.
Okay.
So yes. So I do that. Then if I, like you said, if I do Iron Man, he shoots my ray, reflects off me, and if I'm able to hit 3 guys with it, then I nail him. You get with Colossus, and he gives you a specifically targeted area where he throws you in that just like does a ton of damage for one guy, like optimal against boss attacks. But the way it works is that you can only heal if you perform one of these moves, and you can have 2 heals in the bank. So you can only ever be able to heal yourself twice before you have to do a new move again. And what it does is it takes the fun out of like searching for heal potions. It's an instant heal that you can only have twice. That forces you to basically use this dual attack system, which, you know what, honestly, you could probably play through the whole game just pounding the A button. Probably could.
Interesting.
So they throw this in to kind of force you to see the thought that they put behind it. But at the end of the day, it's still Marvel Ultimate Alliance. You're still basically pounding your main attack button, occasionally holding your right trigger to modify it to a stronger version, and switching your D-pad between your 4 characters. And what I do not like that keeps carrying over is the same archaic freaking camera system, which is way above the character. I can't zoom in to really appreciate the detail at all. The only time you really get to appreciate the models is in cutscenes. And that really bothers me. Now, here's the other big thing.
That's kind of funny because the reason I didn't want to play the PSP version is because they just look too small.
And it does in this one, too. And here's what really bothers me, okay? Marvel Ultimate Alliance, here's the big story. And I kind of really like the concept of the story is that a mutant goes crazy and
Here's
blows
some
up.
gameplay, guys.
A mutant goes crazy and blows up in a neighborhood in the middle of the city and kills all these innocent people. So the whole world kind of comes down and says, you know what? Mutants need to register their powers. We need to know what we're dealing with. So Iron Man is like all for it. A bunch of people get behind him. Captain America says, you know what? We need to keep our freedom. We need to be able to keep our secret identities.
Right.
So they kind of split the sides of the story. So what happens is you play through it for a few hours, and then bam, you have to choose a side. You cannot access Iron Man in this crew if you play this side. You cannot access Captain Hero in this crew if you play this side. So right away they cut you in half. It eventually does come back together, but for a majority of the game, you're only seeing half the cast. That kind of bothers me.
And like forced replay value.
Forced replay.
Right.
So you know what? Here's what they do. You fight through it, and you get a fight. You get to a boss fight where you fight Yellow Jacket, who zooms to be like 100 feet tall, and you're fighting like a Godzilla. Fighting him, I'm like, this is a pretty sweet battle. I beat the game. It took me, 6 or 7 hours to play through the whole game. So I beat it, and I'm like, you know what? I have a save point right before I make my decision to go good or bad. I'm going to go good. See what it's like to be on the other side. Be for it. And I get to that same stage, the same damn stage, only now it's Mr. Marvel who's zoomed to be 100 feet tall fighting you. And that really pissed me off that, yeah, there's replay value, but they did very little to differentiate between the two stories. You basically play through the same stages. You just have a weak excuse for being there, as opposed to being on the other side. That really bummed me, guys. Let me tell you, I still like slaughtering hundreds of people every minute. They throw tons of people at you in this engine. You're constantly having a boss battle. The boss battle is basically just like fighting a regular dude with more hit points. There are a few creative battles where you have to figure out some strategy. But, guys, it's the same game we've played all our lives. Fortunately, it was a good engine, a good concept of a game, so I could still play through it all the way to the end. But at the end of the day, it's not like I'm going to tell you guys you have to go out and play Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2.
Right.
Your lives won't be complete until you've tried this action RPG.
In fact,
because really, you've played it.
Then the only thing you even mentioned to me was like, well, usually after EG we play some games. Sure, it's either going to be like zombies that we played a million times, or we'll check this out. And that was
you want to
like
know
the
what,
extent
though,
of it.
guys? Let me give you credit to this game, and they've done it since the beginning, so it's nothing new. But there's something about Dan coming over to my house. My buddy Schizo comes over. He jumps on, plays a character. My kid finishes his homework, comes down, he jumps on, is playing with me too. All three of us are kicking ass together, leveling up. That was pretty sweet. But you know what, guys? With your powers, Wolverine has the same feral claw, same strike that he had in Part 1 4 years ago.
Wow.
Still
so they
leveling up
really-
the same skills. And they actually cut you off from half the skills depending on what side. If you go pro registration, you have access to these skills. Anti-registration,
okay.
access to these skills. So you never really get to experience a fully developed character. And for some reason, and I feel like an idiot if I couldn't figure this out, I would turn auto leveling off. The second I would end that stage and enter a new one, it was back on. The game, 75, 80, 90% of my leveling was done automatically by the computer. I didn't even get to mess with stats and assign points. and that
Wow.
shit.
That's fucking
It
lame.
did it for
That is
myself.
fucking lame.
So, I mean, it robbed it of some of the best RPG elements, and it's now more in the action world. You know, it's really losing the RPG. that used to
It's hack
separate
and
it.
slash.
It is
It's total
a
hack and slash, dude.
It really reminded me of
I mean,
like
it kind of was already, but now it sounds
now.
like it's
I mean,
officially
now they're mainstreaming it so
Marvel
much.
Ultimate
Yes.
Alliance 2.
Guys, they're
It's
still.
out.
It still has the same appeal that your Final Fantasy did in that it's sweet getting to see all these characters I like in high res models playing together. You know,
Right.
I picked my 4 favorite characters, had them on the team through most of the game. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like my life has changed or that you guys are missing out on anything by not playing it. So
I think that
you
pretty
ask
much
me,
says it all.
you know, buy, try, deny. You know, try it, guys. It's worth a rental. You can definitely beat it in a rental. Don't think you got to play through it unless you're achievement whore. You know, I played through it the second time to get the opposite side's achievements, but there really is no real replay value. You can get a fun weekend out of it, but that's
So
about
it's
it.
a rental.
Rental.
A fun weekend. Man, you know what? Fuck this program, dude.
Epic fail again.
Yeah,
Well, let's
why
reboot
does
it one more time, and then we're going to
Why
go to
does
phones.
it do that?
Get in some callers, guys.
Yeah,
no,
we are.
we
We're
do
gonna
not.
take open
We
phones.
really don't want to
I'm
talk
gonna have
about
to kill it again.
ODST, guys. We really want to save it for a full-blown ODST discussion next week. It's hard to discuss the game. We've only really played it for 3 days. And
Video.
and I know you guys are all about it right now, but invite Ed and I to some
Pissing me
games this
off.
weekend, dude. Let's do some
Yeah.
firefight modes. We'll hit that topic
I could
hardcore
play-
next week.
Man.
All right, now watch.
You
I'm
work
gonna
tomorrow? What
answer
time do
the
you work tomorrow?
phones. Whether or
I
not
work
they
from
actually
3 to
work, we're
2
gonna find
tomorrow.
out.
From 3, dude, I'm up by 10. That could give us at least 4 hours of firefight mode if you're up for it.
All right.
All right.
I want to play it tomorrow morning. I'm
There we
excited
go.
for it.
I think we got our first caller here. Caller, are you with us?
Yep, it's 2 inches.
Oh, nice. It works.
What's up, two?
Hold on one second. I got it. I know that it like boosts my freaking recording too when I do that. Sorry about that. I don't know why fail program fails tonight, but it is. 2 inches. What's up, buddy?
Hey, first, I wanted to talk about Marvel real quick.
Okay.
Even though like it sets your skills to auto, you know you can take those points off and it automatically sets, right?
Well, like I said, I kept setting it to off, but the next time I went to the menu, it was back on. I don't know what I was doing wrong.
Right, like I was having that problem too. It would just set it back on, but then I would go in and I would take points off of things I didn't want them on.
Oh,
And
like you
reset
could
it to things I
unlevel
wanted them on.
skills?
Gotcha.
Yeah,
You
you
could-
can unlevel
It's
Now
skills.
that-
still,
now
dude,
I didn't
it's
know.
still pretty lame that it defaults to auto
No,
leveling.
it's still lame as hell.
And I played through the whole game letting it auto level. I mean, now it's like, what's the point in going back and tailoring it when I already know I can just let the computer do the work for me?
Did you have a lot of bugs through your playthrough?
You want to know what? Did you have a bug when you first talked to the thing? So listen to this.
I had like so many errors in that game. Like all of a sudden, like bosses wouldn't spawn in, and I'd be stuck and have to restart from the last checkpoint.
Yeah,
and my character
I'm playing through it
running
as
in
the
place
pro
for no
guy.
reason.
I'm playing through it as the pro guy, and when you get to the thing during the prison break level, thing goes to tell you what's going to happen next, and it just freezes on his face. I can still control
Yep.
the camera and whatnot. I have to reboot the game. I play through it as the
That- that happened a couple
anti-registration. I play through it as the other side. Get to the thing. It's the exact same scene, but from a different angle, and it freezes again in the same spot on
isn't
both
that
sides.
shit unacceptable?
And I
at
also
this
had
point?
where I was like, what the hell? The boss isn't doing anything. When I rebooted, the boss went to his next animation. Yes, I did experience
Yep.
some bugs.
Wow.
Some game-stopping, rebooting bugs. Luckily, the game auto-saves pretty often, so you're never really that hurt for replaying it, but it still was shitty that those existed.
Was the game
Yeah.
rushed? Does it feel like it was
felt
rushed?
it felt rushed in those parts. It definitely felt rushed. Let me tell you, if I would have lost hours of gameplay, I maybe would have only been able to put up with one of those bugs. But because it auto-saves so often, it wasn't a game breaker for me. Thanks for bringing those up, though. I totally forgot about that. Did you play through it all the way to the end?
Yeah, I beat it on both sides.
I mean, it's still
And then
addictive.
I brought
for
it right back to the store. I was done with it.
Yeah, but for some silly reason, it's still addictive enough that you'll play all the way through it. But yeah, it's not one that you need to proudly display on your shelf.
Hell no. Hell no. Anything else 2 inches?
DISSIDIA is probably the greatest PSP game ever.
All right, we'll drop the fight.
Just
We'll go
throwing it out.
greatest PSP title of all time.
You know, I mean, I really would be like hard pressed to. You know, there's been a lot of great PSP games, but
There's so much to do in
there
it.
is so much to do in this game.
There's so much to do, but aren't you basically doing the same thing?
No, you're not.
How are you not running around with your analog hitting circle?
Oh, it's deeper
Forrest,
than that.
have you played it yet, Forrest?
No, don't. I mean, I'm speaking out my ass, but that's just what I see. And when I hear 100
Okay,
battles
you
against the
need-
same dude 6
You need
times,
to stop. You need to stop talking about the game at all until you played it, because it is definitely amazing.
and what's amazing to you about it?
Just like all the little things that you have to do, like you have calendar days, and like you can set like every Friday when you play it, you get bonus XP because that's your set day that you're gonna play it. Every now and then you'll
Dude,
get mail from like the
hold on.
Mod.net. You'll
Let me
get, like,
stop you for a
extra
second,
stuff.
2 inches, because you're making it worse.
You are making it.
And that's the problem with this game, is that like it's so hard to go. Where the fuck do I even start explaining?
I
to
understand
you?
there's a million different incentives to do the exact same thing. I mean, but doesn't it?
You know what? That's what every MMO is. But like, you're like, oh well, I could do this to make Cloud more strong. Let's do that. Oh yeah, Cloud went up 2 levels. You
So
know,
what
now
stops
I
you from
unlock
making-
this.
Oh, I'm
You
playing
know?
it. I'm playing my day-to-day. Thursday's my calendar day. Now I'm done playing.
No,
I'm
like,
gonna make
say
Friday
you have,
my
say you have
calendar
a
day.
full-time job and you can only play like a long time on like the weekends. You set it to the weekends and you're gaining XP more.
Right?
Yeah, but can't you change that on the fly?
No.
It takes a week to reset it. If you change it, the next week is when it starts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no cheating, Ed. No time machine. Animal Crossing
You
style.
know, I was gonna say I've gone to Animal Crossing and changed the time on my GameCube before.
I'm sure that would
privy
actually
to that.
work, but I mean, 2 inches. I like agree. It's phenomenal. It's very difficult to explain, and like when you start explaining the micro aspects of the game, it almost gets a little daunting.
Yeah.
But you really just have to go. If I'm a Final Fantasy fan and I like RPGs and I kind of like, you know, and actually,
How much
Mike,
text will
by
I
the
have
way,
to sit through to get into it?
there's actually, you know, I won't lie, some of the story stuff for those characters that you're talking
Well-
about that I really care a little
Well,
less about.
also, I think explanation of the system is it going to take just
Not kind
me
of
forever?
throws
I need
you
to set
in.
about a lot of time. To,
Yeah, it throws you right in. Definitely gets the djWHEAT seal of approval, no doubt about it. But it kind of throws you in, and then it teaches you a little bit at a time.
Like, and I didn't even
I'll
play
try
Cloud.
it.
Cloud was
I'll
one of the
try
last
it.
characters I played.
What's that?
I think Cloud was like one of the last characters I played. Like some of the other characters, like Bart and Zidane, they're like amazing at this game.
Yeah,
Like just their fight styles.
I agree. There's some sweet ones. So all right, 2 inches. We got calls rolling in here. So I'm gonna take another one. But yeah, DISSIDIA is the way to go.
You owe my Teddy a
Yep.
call this weekend
Okay.
too.
All right. Take care, dude. Peace.
Later.
Bye. All right. Let's get Teddy on then. Yo, Teddy, what's up?
Nothing much. How are you guys doing?
What's
I'm
up?
good. Good. You sound really good.
Yeah, you sound really good, Teddy.
Thank
What's
you.
up?
Sound
New
like you're
mic?
in the room with
Thanks,
us, dude.
it's like
Well,
talking
maybe
to
I
me.
am in the room, just not on camera.
You're disguised as Nako back there on the couch who's been sleeping because that's how awesome this episode
It's
is.
like
Anyway, what's up, Teddy?
Nothing much. But what are your guys' thoughts on Super Street Fighter 4?
I'm
Like the rumors
stoked.
that's been going around.
From the
Dude.
rumors I heard, I cannot fucking wait because
These
I'm
two
gonna
guys are
punish,
excited. I'm not
I
excited
am going
for 60
to
more
punish
dollars.
Wheat with freaking Guile's Sonic freaking Ultra. The Sonic Boom Ultra will punish Wheat. I guarantee you.
Hopefully it'll link
Oh, I'm sure
somehow.
they're gonna make it link. They better make it
Dude,
link.
if
Hopefully
it
they.
linked the Marvel way where you got the double trip and you could link out, that would
Oh,
be
dude.
fucking sexy shit, dude. I'd start
Guile would
playing
become
Guile.
a top tier character then.
That's one of the hottest links in any fighting game ever.
Well, we'll have to wait for a bit until details has been confirmed because all the rumors that we've been seeing that the list that we posted on the EG forums, we're not sure if they're all confirmed. Because,
Right.
Like,
I
a while
thought
back,
none
like-
of them were confirmed.
Well, technically, none of them are confirmed, but the thing is that there were guys like Fubar Duck, like people that the fighting game community, like these are people that would know in the fighting game and wouldn't be bullshitting the fighting game community, disclosing some of these details. So the question is like how much of it is legit, and then how much was like some guy was like,
Just
yeah, I'm gonna
talking
go
shit,
add on
yeah.
these 5 things. But the stuff about like everyone getting a second ultra, about there being air ultras, like that shit all makes sense. It all sounds like it falls within the Street Fighter universe. I'm super stoked, Teddy. I'm ready to throw down another $60.
I am too, dude. New
Bring
characters
it.
being added in. T-Hawk, I heard, might be a playable
Yeah.
character, and
Yeah.
DJ. I would love
2
to play
new
some
characters.
DJ, dude.
2 new characters as well, and I also heard that it might be as a DLC rather than like a brand new
Dude.
$60
See,
game.
I
I'm
can't
hoping
believe it.
if it's
I'm hoping
$20,
it's-
I'm all over it. 60 makes me hesitate.
I would love it to be DLC. Don't get me
I would
wrong.
too. Don't get me wrong either. But
I
if
mean,
it is $60, I'm not even gonna fucking bat an eye at it. I will
would
buy it.
I guess from Capcom's standpoint, right? Here we are, Super Street Fighter 4. If you release a DLC, you're probably more likely that original owners would buy it. But it also gives you the opportunity that you could go. It also gives you the opportunity that you could release like the retail package that has everything. So I don't know in Street Fighter, or maybe I'm that crazy Street Fighter fanatic and I'm going to buy that shit anyway. So
I
maybe
actually
DLC
can see
wouldn't
that.
be
You know,
bad.
60
You know what I'm
bucks in the
saying?
store with that, or 20 bucks for those who already own it is what I hope.
Hey,
Oh,
get out of
go,
here.
Go.
Bye,
No
go.
more. We've had child porn
Hi.
once on the show.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out of here, James.
Fucking naked James just totally tried to roll in.
You
and
tried to
steal
roll
the
in
show.
and fucking take the show away from
I'm
me.
the only one that gets naked on EG. All right.
I know. I feel like this is the night we're just destined to get nudity on
Yeah,
camera
it's
for
like-
some reason.
Uncomfortable.
You know what? It's
Hopefully,
kind-
YouTube doesn't bring it down for having a little naked child running
Exactly.
around.
The thing is that I think that Sarah and Jen were totally like egging
it
him
on. They're like, take your underwear off and run in there, James.
All right. So
for little
yeah,
mommy.
I'm excited, Teddy. I'm super stoked, dude. Bring it on.
I'm more worried about Zongi having a 720-degree motion in the air.
Yeah, no
That's
shit.
what I'm kind of worried about. If he actually has that, I may consider maining Zongi just
Whatever,
to abuse
dude.
it
Whatever.
all day.
You know what? They're gonna take his priority from here down to like here.
They would have to make some kind of priority adjustment. They would.
They have to. Otherwise, if they make
Or-
the priority too low, then Zongi won't be as strong as
Or give
he
a
should
chance
be.
to escape, as
Yeah.
because you can't escape right now. Anyway. So
Well,
Force-
you kinda
Force
could,
is
but
bored.
people have luck.
Force is bored.
No,
with Street
this is
Fighter
like
5.
how you guys must feel when I review Grid or Dirt
Well,
2.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
is
In
In
actually.
regards to Force, I think what Force needs to do is more like practice on general execution skills and mind games or strategies and whatnot, so you won't have,
Force to give
problems
two
as much.
shits about
Well,
like
I haven't really seen them, so comparing to
wait a
like,
minute. General
like there.
execution skills on what?
like your
I don't know,
fireballs,
it's
and
like-
Oh,
Fireballs,
yeah.
dude,
You know my
yes.
moves. Oh yeah.
shit. Dude.
I agree with you 100%.
Like you got to realize, Teddy, that I like if I'm sitting there in training mode, like throwing fireballs at Ryu, and Mike walks in, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So like something to me that would be like, "Dude, I'm making sure that I can throw 50 out of 50 fireballs." Force is like, "Man, fuck it, let's just plug in our controllers and play." He doesn't care if he really wins or loses. If he wins, well, I guess he does care.
No,
yeah, you
when
don't
he
ever hear
wins-
the end of it.
No, this is what
When
happens
he
when
won.
he wins. When he wins,
won
he
is
goes
more
like
it.
this. He goes, I quit.
Exactly,
Done.
dude. I do. I throw
Done.
down the mic and walk
I'm
off when I
done.
get that
Done.
win.
I
It might
quit.
never happen
It's
again.
over. That was
that
it.
is actually a good idea to train on. Just go into training mode and just do 50 Hadoukens in a row without
Force
messing
won't
it
do
up
that.
until it becomes second nature. So you don't have to think about like doing a single combo, like having you're entirely focused on trying to perform that one combo when with a few hours
Teddy,
of training you could just
I'm gonna just stop
do it right
you.
there.
Force doesn't give a fuck.
That's,
I want
well,
stuff that comes a little bit more
unfortunately.
naturally. If it requires me to practice hours a day against a freaking computer opponent who
He's
doesn't
not
move,
down. He's not down. So
Well,
all right.
if you can pin down doing this on command without even thinking about it, you're set for like I don't know the next 50 fighting games that's gonna come out
There's
because
truth.
I don't know what's the next
There's
you know
truth.
fighting
Except
game that's
for
gonna
Tekken.
imitate these kind of
Except for
commands.
Tekken 6,
If
which would
there's
be the
one
next
move
one
I
you
can
buy.
do, the only move I can do is usually a fireball. And,
I
and
cannot
and
wait for
the
Tekken
occasional
6.
accidental dragon punch.
I gotta
can't
learn. I
either,
gotta
dude.
learn how to play Tekken.
I'll teach you how to play Tekken, bro.
All right.
I like
Tekken?
Tekken
All right,
Soul Calibur. I
Teddy,
like button combos.
I was
I
always
know
a
we
Street
could talk
Fighter
for
guy, and I
hours, so I'm
never
gonna let
played
you go.
Tekken, so-
I'm also
All right.
we're gonna talk a lot about Tekken 6 when it comes out, bro. All
right.
Peace out, man.
See ya.
Peace. Yeah, that's right. I'm just gonna start busting people out because we don't have that much time. We only got 15 minutes left. We got our next caller, Miracle Worker. What's up, dude?
Yo, so I hear you're reviewing Dirt 2, and I just gotta ask Forrest, did you play Grid at all?
I played the shit out of Grid. I played the shit out of
So-
Dirt 1 too.
The entire review, it sounded like it was the exact same game. You were basing it on like, oh, you can rewind. You were like, well, that's how Grid made the game. And I'm not a fan of racing games, but before Grid, the last racing game I played was like Need for Speed Underground, and that shit was awesome.
Need for Speed
But-
Underground was what really got me into racing. I was really never
Really?
really a fan
Yeah.
of it until I saw
remember
nitrous
that.
mode in that game, dude. Blew me away.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I think that was kind of my first one too. And then I guess about Grid, that flashback was it. I went on I guess Extreme, and then after Extreme, it's Ninja mode. You haven't gotten there yet, but one flashback because when you're racing for fucking 15 minutes and you fuck up, that shit sucks.
God, dude. You know what? Hearing that reminds me of when Suma's like, dude, you know why NASCAR's so bomb? Because I'm doing these 400 lap races, and then in lap 317, you could fuck up and it could just all be gone. And I'm like,
That actually
Why is that
sucks.
fun, dude?
That's the same thing in Gran Turismo.
Why
That's
is
what
that
makes this
fun?
game
It's
accessible
not.
because
It's
you
not,
have a
but
chance
you know
to
what?
save your ass.
to him, that's NASCAR, and he's playing NASCAR, and he's experiencing, and he's being a part. So he's one of those crazy guys that likes it like that.
There's no fucking way I could do that because in Grid, every season you had to race or you had the option to race in Le Mans. Le Mans
Those
24-hour
Lamars
race.
took forever.
I think I beat one, and I was in first for half the race, and then I lose it, and then I make it back, and then I used my flashback already, so it was never worth it. It was bullshit.
Tell me if you don't agree. What rocks about Grid 2 is that if you have you hate Le Mans, there's a shitload of others. Like if there's just one event you can't stand, doesn't really matter because you can progress through the game choosing the other 11 different races at that time.
Yeah, okay, I suppose so. I don't even know if I'm gonna get it. I was wondering about Shift. There's no cops. What the fuck, right?
It's from what I understand is it's gone. It's like what Colin McRae was 4 years ago, as opposed to what it's evolved to now. And they're actually taking a step back because I think they want to try to compete with the Gran Turismo that's coming out that's pushing, the Sims
yeah, well, that's exactly
and
what it looks
Forza
like.
and shit.
I heard it's crap.
Yeah.
Just
All
what I
right,
heard.
so I know you guys are Nazi zombie whores. So if you want to try Firefight later tonight, Gamer Tags Miracle Worker on the 360.
All right.
Tomorrow,
Word.
dude.
Tomorrow
Yeah,
in
if
the
you haven't
morning,
thrown me
Yeah,
a
I think
friend
I'm gonna have
either,
to go
do
buy
it.
it. So
Okay. All
We're
right,
gonna
just
try
make sure
local
you-
split screen tonight. We'll be online tomorrow.
You are? Local
I think there's a friend request waiting for you, Forrest. I don't know the rest of you guys.
Hey, the rest of you EG audience guys, just so you know, because I get so many
can-
douches. Make sure you message me that you're an EG,
EG,
fan.
yeah.
Don't just send me a random
You
invite.
could add
Yeah,
me too if you wanted
bitches.
Shiva with 2 I's and 2 V's. So
Did you get
Shiva.
that?
All right.
yeah.
2 eyes and 2 V's. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yep.
It's on the forums too.
Guys.
All right,
And have a
peace
good
out.
weekend.
Peace. You
You
too,
too,
man.
bro.
Later. All right, you can Skype us at djWHEAT or telephone
See.
909-581-8519.
I'm not going to get much playing time tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 300th consecutive.
Oh, that's
Jesus
right.
fucking
game.
Christ,
Everyone's
dude.
flashing back. The
Let's
whole
talk
city's
about
going
it.
back to
Dude,
1960.
I'm gonna
oh my
fucking
god.
bank, dude.
Oh, you know
wouldn't
what?
doubt
I'm
it.
glad you're going to.
I
off of idiots.
I made like $450 last or 2 weeks ago.
Off of idiots, dude. You know what? I was talking to Jen about it this morning, and I was like, we are
Yep,
so
that's the
fucking
spelling, Wild Matt.
pathetic. We are so fucking pathetic that everyone has to make a cock-twisting big deal about this 300 consecutive sellout
Dude,
game.
in college sports.
You know what?
In
you know
college
what?
football, that's a big deal, dude.
I left Nebraska for a
It is
little
the
bit.
record, isn't
My
it now?
eyes open. There's way more than college football, and I knew that before I left, but now I know for sure.
There is, but you're back in Nebraska.
But dude,
and that's all that's
like,
here. That's all that's here,
it's
buddy.
really sad. We've got our next caller, Curbs.
Yes,
what's
Nebraska.
up, Curbs?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Not much, dude. Just
Can you hear me
QQing
all right?
about. Yeah, we hear you great, man. You sound good.
Awesome. I first of all I wanted to say that I met Teddy in person, and all he does is talk about Street Fighter 4.
I could hear him getting excited. The more he talked about it, I could hear he was about ready to come.
That's all he talks about.
That's awesome.
No, but I wanted to agree. I wanted to just say that I agree 100% with the Dissidia review. I cannot put that game down. I play it all the time, or whenever I'm out of the house, at least.
You know, the only game that like I use to get away from it is Rock Band, and it's like
I play NHL 10.
and I play Rock Band in like small spurts. It's like, okay, I'll do a 4-song marathon. You know, boom. Okay, Dissidia, I'm good to go. You know, and I think it is. I think it's as long as I can break away from those little like grind sessions, it's not that bad. But there is definitely some fucking grind in that game. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to ask Nice Guy Ed if he's going to get Ion. At all.
I want to get into Ion, but right now my time is so entirely controlled by the bar, dude. Like we just opened the new bar here in town. And
Oh yeah, that's right.
I work literally non-stop. I work almost 15 hours. a
Are
day.
you playing it?
I want to play. I heard some disturbing things.
All
about
I
it,
read
though.
was freaking shit slamming. You know, their service this week.
I heard the servers like started off really well, and then
You know what?
and they crashed.
I actually heard from Nietzsche that was on purpose.
Really, they crashed them on purpose.
Nietzsche told me that they were not letting people get in because, or no, players were actually crashing the servers themselves because of the queue times. They were getting pissed off that they were waiting too long, so that they actually, I don't know how they did it, but players were actually crashing.
And so the other thing is
stopping,
that,
reconnecting.
right? And the other thing is that NCSoft did come out and stop all these guys that were like staying on the servers because of like shops. You can run these like little player shops, and they were figuring out ways to like avoid AFK. Now the thing is that with queues, typically shows good numbers. Now let me tell you something else. I heard a couple WoW guys say that the most barren I've ever seen the servers were right after the Ion launch.
Okay, but then now, how are the WoW servers? Did people?
I'm sure they'll be a little bit down for a
Right.
few months.
I
till the
know.
smell wears off.
I canceled my Warhammer account.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
done?
dude.
I'm actually
Warcraft?
going to cancel my WoW
I
account. 'cause I'm gonna
canceled
get
my
Ion
WoW
next
account
week.
last year, and I'm still paying for D-Res WoW account that she's not playing. But I think
Cancel
she
that
said
shit.
she's going to probably cancel it, which would be good because I'm tired paying fucking $15 a
For
month for a
nothing.
game
She
that
can
I'm
dump
not
it in
even
the
nothing.
basement
playing.
restructuring.
Yeah. No shit.
Detox just messaged me and said that the crashing and the long queues don't exist anymore.
Okay.
They've got everything
People have
sorted
been playing
out.
it for a while. Know that it's no big hurry.
You guys are confused about something.
What's that?
The reason why Dira had a WoW account is so that she could get addicted to playing that shit, and I could have the TV for the 360 or the PS3. It had nothing to do with me being whipped. It had everything to do with me wanting to fucking game
to whip her
on my fucking
get
LCD
her whipped.
Fucking
At least that's what Ed tells
Amen,
himself.
brother. No, I would.
You'd be
totally
surprised
back
at the
that
things
up.
he tells himself.
I would totally back that up.
All right. One more thing before I go, Ed. I don't know if you have a DS or not, but are you going to get that Kingdom Hearts game that's coming out at the end of the month?
Dira has a DS. It's pink, so I'm gonna have to use
Yeah,
the pink
dude.
DS. But I'm
awesome.
gonna
You're
play
gonna
the
get it?
shit out of it. Yeah.
Is the PSP
Nice, so
one
am I.
not coming out soon too?
So
No,
It's coming out
got
next year, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
next
got
year,
a ways
alright.
to go. But the DS one comes
doesn't
out
look
like
that
next
bad.
week.
It
What,
looks
the
pretty
DS one?
decent. Yeah.
It does look pretty
love
good,
the
actually.
series. I can't wait for the new games.
I think I've already heard that it's basically playing through part 1 and 2 again.
But
I
it's
liked it
from
enough
like
that I
another
did it too.
perspective.
Yeah,
too.
it's
From another
perspective.
perspective, but still the exact same stages, enemies,
right,
bosses.
right. And I'll be curious to see how it plays on the DS. I think that's
It looks
kind of
good. I'm
you
gonna
know, one
try
of
it.
my
I think it
favorite
might be
things.
better on the DS.
I don't know, better.
It's
We'll
not
see
going
what
to
they
look as
incorporate
good. It
with the
won't look as
stylus.
good.
They'll
but,
do some
yeah.
creative things with the
but
stylus.
the creative use of the
Yeah.
stylus.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll definitely do some cool shit with that. So, all right, man. Hey,
Yeah.
Curbs, thanks for your call, bro.
All right,
All right,
later, guys.
Peace.
Later.
Should we take
does
one more?
does using the DS stylus count as like motion control?
No, I think it
No.
counts as touch.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we'll take Danny's call.
Oh, Danny boy.
Oh, Danny boy.
The
Hello.
The pipes are coming.
Hiya.
What's up?
Not much. Are any of yous in the mag beta?
What?
No, none of us are in the mag beta because I'm the only one that can understand you, Danny, after all of these years.
Thank God.
These two
I thought
guys
I was like,
looked
what
at
beer
me.
did he just say? What beer?
Danny, I'm your man. These guys looked at me. It was like awesome because I turned to them because I was like, let's see if Force or Ed actually understood that. I have not played it. Do you like it?
Are you playing it?
Well, I've not actually played it. Well, I have. Killen let me play his, and then I just got my own. But I've not actually made a character yet. I was just going to see what, if any had played it, what faction you were playing with.
I've not played it at all, dude. In fact, my only experience with mag is basically like watching over people's shoulders at PAX, and that's it. Nothing more.
Yeah.
Danny, I want you to.
You
Danny,
can just hook me up with your account info, and then I'll tell you what
Danny.
faction I like to play as.
Danny, will you do me a favor? Will you
What?
say there can be only one?
There can be only one.
Yeah.
There can be only one.
Awesome. Thank
Right,
you.
one more thing. Am I going to get a FIFA 10 review?
FIFA 10 review?
Yeah, I think I'll play it. I'll play it a little bit.
Is it out right now, or is it coming?
Not for me.
Oh, it's coming out October. It's out.
Yeah, it's coming out soon. I'll play
Right.
it.
You review FIFA, we'll review Brutal Legend and
Yeah.
Borderlands.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
not. Maybe
Ed promised right on air. He just. I
heard
heard
him
it.
say,
no, I will.
review.
I will. Okay, that's fine. I will. So.
Word.
And wait, one more thing. It's not gaming. How can you say that UFC there was 5 out of 10?
I was like, is he going to make it to the end? Is he going to make it without mentioning UFC?
Dude.
Well, I can't watch. I can't watch Colin, bro, because I'm up early and I can't stay up late. So I've got to say it here.
Dude, you know what? I'll leave you with this. That out of UFCs in the past that have excited me, that UFC just didn't excite me, and maybe part of it is because my fighters didn't win. But you know,
that might do a little something for the enthusiasts.
Hey,
Everyone I like
have
lost.
you been watching Tough? Have you been watching Tough?
I have.
Yeah,
What do you
definitely.
think,
I can't wait to next week. I want
Me
to see
too.
Kimbo knock this dude out, man.
Do you think he can win?
If it stays on his feet, yeah. If it goes to the ground, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, Kimbo can't fight on the ground.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
he's going up against Roy Nelson next week, and it's like such a
Yeah.
big fight that, dude. I just have this feeling the way that they have been showcasing Kimbo,
He's going to be out right away.
I think he plays, or I think he goes.
All the way.
No, I
Yeah,
don't know
no.
about all the way, but I think he like at least gets past the first round. And against Roy Nelson, it would be big. So anyway, we'll talk more about that on Colin Brown Monday. It'll be me and no Suma. It'll be awesome.
Why? Where's Super?
Wow.
He's
Suma.
moving.
To
He's
where?
moving
Fucking
to
awesome.
Austin or
Just
Houston.
drop Suma completely. We don't want him back.
All right.
Have
well,
Ed on, so I can deal with that.
Let's make Monday the best Colin Brawl ever, and then we'll have physical proof as to why he should never appear on the show again.
That's awesome.
As if you
Love
beat
that.
it.
That's awesome. Word. All right, man. All right. Well,
Guys.
thank you, Danny. We'll talk to you later, man. Peace.
Bye.
Later, Danny.
All right. It's time to wrap the show
Touch
up.
the chat.
What?
All right.
Why? You thought people were?
I was
gonna
like, what?
defend
Get
Suma?
Forced on there? I was like, oh man, what does he want me like UFC fight? No
Yeah,
way, dude.
see, the thing is that Force wouldn't want to talk about UFC, but he would talk about Big Brother. You know, like there's like
If anyone wants to discuss who's getting eliminated in Top Chef, dude, I'm your man.
yeah, but movies
Or Project Runway.
like Suma will just be like, you mentioned the title of a movie, he'll have no idea what it is, and he'll just be like he just won't even.
Really?
And-
Wow, poor guy.
When people call in, because for some reason Colin Bro has a lot of international listeners. A lot of guys call from like Croatia and fucking Norway.
I thought Danny was just saying that you're on like at the butt crack of dawn over there.
For him, but they stay up. Anyway, like Sumo will just like the first word out of their mouth to be like, oh my God. Some guy said like taunt and he said taunt or can you do the taunt with the enemy or something?
Can you touch the enemy's taint?
For like 5 minutes we had to listen to Sumo go like, oh my God, you say taunt like that. It's like the Michael Scott
he's
of
like,
radio show.
What can I talk about? How about I just make fun of their
It's
voice?
like funny because he is Michael Scott, you know, but he's like still makes you a little uncomfortable. That's Sumo, like to a T.
Talking to you, asking, I'm about to get a colonoscopy. What kind of feeling should I?
Oh my God, that was a good episode. All right, guys, let's wrap this one up. Episode 188. We're gonna be hitting the 90s, bitches. The fucking 90s in 2 episodes. Next week, definitely ODST. However, it will not be Game of the Year, as I will say it right now.
I don't think it'll be Game of the Year either, but
It had better not be. That's all I will say. It better not be.
But it has rekindled my love
for
of
first-person
Halo.
shooters. I'm hoping that it'll spin off into Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hey, Modern Warfare 2 better kick some fucking ass too, guys. So, all right, nice guy Ed, Force, myself, DJ Wheat. You can check us out at djwheat.tv. Also, follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/djwheat/epileptic gaming. /live on 3 and /call umbrella if you're into that shit. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Next week, ODST for episode 189. It's been a great one. And by the way, we will play Force's awesome song.
Spin on my dong.
After game over. Peace, bitches.
Bye, guys.